Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're... Falcons will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Fresno State's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need.
Makes the grab. It's Moss. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on 1st down and 2nd and 9. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You gotta...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's knocked. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble?
Each team has had a possession, and each team has made donations to the other defense. I mean, you talk about this all week of taking care of the football. Both offenses, a little bit out of rhythm, turning the football over. Got to do a better job of finding a way to maybe make some plays happen, something, create a spark, somehow get your offense going.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Running back searching for a hole. Quick spin on the run. Oh, it's out. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Man, that's their 2nd fumble on 2 possessions. My goodness. We want to come out and establish the run and get that that part of the game going, but you didn't think you had to coach ball security. That's day one. That's elementary school when you're learning how to cover the points of the football. They got to do a better job taking care of the football.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Shakes off the tackler. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Trying to escape and get it himself. The ball squirts free. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back.
And, man, that's the second fumble of the game. That's day one. Like, we go over this, cover each point of the football, tuck it away. Don't reach it out from your body. So frustrating for a coach. You draw up all these scripts and all these plays, and the first thing you do the first 2 drives is cough the football up.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. He leaves it with the back. The ball is out behind the line. Picks up the ball and tries, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And that ball is live in the backfield. How in the world did the offense retain possession? This is a 3rd and long.
Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around, now hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a 4th down and manageable. So much easier on the offense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats, because he is not easy to bring down.
Forced out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. He'll return it. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Looking to go up top on 1st. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. It's a fumble! Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. There's a live football! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out, and the first carry, your running back sticks it on the floor. Defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Going up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. You get that turnover and you try to punch, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rutgers is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Michigan. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns. And it's sucked out! Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. On the option. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They'll line up for a second down play.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his...
Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense...
Oh, there's the ball! They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking to move it through the air. Unleashes one deep. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. From inside the 10, here he comes. Smashes through the tackle. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll run the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Let's see what they've got on second down. Now on the option. Smashes through. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. On third down, he drops to throw. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs.
Nice job. Nice way to end that.
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. On the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. And it's loose. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. Oh, he got loose. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
No way, you're kidding me!
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Trying to find his man on first down. Slings it downfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. But the ball pops out on the return. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Now improvising. Got room at the 35. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? On the move, it's it's Hayes. Quarterback now breaking the field. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Knox. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. He's going to take off. It's a fumble on the play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. From the gun, looking for a man. He's got it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Wants to fire on second down. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Air Force.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, we wondered all week how this one was going to play out, and through 2 quarters of ball, the answer is like a good old-fashioned barn burner. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Colorado Springs.
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Runs through the tackle. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll try the run. Plows through the defense. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. He'll pitch it.
And I love the play call. Get it to the running back, chew up some yards so you make third down more manageable. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, Jesse. Now as a quarterback, I can be successful.
Yeah, and I think the play worked in part because the defense was in.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, this defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They have done such a good job recruiting D linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They've found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
And the Falcons send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Moss. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now on 2nd down.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Fresno State. And the stomping has commenced.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. ULM is currently ahead of this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 4 over Southern Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Hayes. Dances away. Smashes ahead. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And, man, what great effort. You could tell he was fighting, scratching, breaking tackles. The problem is when you give all those second efforts and you got all those guys holding you up, slowing you down, now that football becomes vulnerable. You can punch it out. Defense punches the football out, lands on top of it. Nice momentum swing for this defense.
Quick completion to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Fresno State. And the route is on. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. That last fumble proved to be... And that's a live ball behind the line. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Goes to the option. It's a fumble. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The option look, and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Falcons will punt this one away.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. He slings it deep to the left. He's got an open man. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there. Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now
headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended.
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back, seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick. And the ball's on the ground. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the big fella blocks most of the time, but they kind of surprise you, especially in short yard situations. Hand it to the big fella, but you never expect him to cough it up and force the turnover. Man, what a turn of events.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll run the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 15 on second down, and they need 9. Here comes the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. That's a live ball. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown.
Touchdown, Fresno State! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They're setting up the screen. Running with power. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Oh, it's loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They want that clock to run.
And how good does that feel, right? You got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to pace the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
They're working that left side. Oh, the ball's get back on top of his own fumble. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Everybody talks about DBs, and they talk about dropping in coverage and not being physical. That DB begs to differ. Great tackle coming up, playing physical like a linebacker.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Hey, midfield, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Coming after it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop him.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Lining up to convert 3rd down. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. You know, 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.